Hi everyone and welcome back to another 5 Game podcast brought to you by the FutureU. Now today I actually felt a bit like Forrest Gump, came back from the gym and I thought, oh well, I've got quite a lot of energy, I'm going to go for a little run just down the street, okay? Just going to go down the street. So I ran down the street, now I'm going to take a turn over here. Took a turn, went somewhere else, kept going, and 15 kilometers later, it's nearly 10 miles or short of 10 miles. But that's how far I went. Now, what's the moral of the story? I broke it down. I was like, I'll only do this a little bit. Actually, I feel okay. I'll do a little bit more. I'll go a little bit further. I'll keep it going. That is how everything works. So a while ago, a lady asked me if I could help. How can she change? Because she struggles with things. She's always kind of fallen off the wagon. Can't seem to keep the food intake up. And that's a big deal because if you can't do all of those things, you're never really going to go anywhere or get anywhere with it. So my thing is, what I've always said is the step-by-step thing. I've done a few videos on it, like step-by-step, little bit at a time, a little bit of good food, then basically going back into your old routine. Then try and maybe eliminate something here and then have a little bit more better food. Eat until you're full. Don't eat until you feel like, wow, I can have some more. Eat until you're full. All these things is a step-by-step thing that you can do in order to help yourself. Otherwise, it's so hard because all you're looking at is the overall thing. Oh, I'm overweight. I basically need to lose so much fat. I have never trained. I'm unfit. All these things will bug you. And like my little Forrest Gump story, he just went out the door himself in the film. He ran and it eventually became part of who he was for like a year or two, whatever it was in the film. But the thing is the same with me today. You kind of run and say, oh, just go a little bit further. I came back, I felt good. I don't feel bad for it. I actually felt good for it. If I was tired, I'd walk. If I felt there was pain, I would walk. That's the thing. So you listen to your body, you just kind of respond to it. But you've got to keep on trying all these little things all the time. You can't for one moment just kind of go, well, that's it doesn't work, I'm not going to give it a go anymore. Because the problem is, how long in your life, like how many years of your life will you keep on saying that? How long is that talk going to be in your head where you go, well, I'm old? And I love the fact that people are 60 or something like that, they go, I'm so old. No, you're not. You don't. You know how many people I know that's 70, 80 years old that still do things. My grandmother still plays tennis. She's in her 80s. She still plays tennis like I think twice a week or something like that. Well, that's great. But she never stopped. She never stopped doing something. Well, she's probably played it all her life. No, you just have to start somewhere. It doesn't matter. There's people that start gym training when they're 90. You hear all these stories. But what's the difference between all of us? It's there are people that will change. People that will say, right, I need to change. I want to change. I'm going to try. And I'm going to try. And even if I cry, and even if I'm sick in a bucket every day from just trying or whatever it might be, then you got to do it. Because remember, you want to do what's your comfort zone, what keeps you there. And sometimes you got to step out of that comfort zone, keep going with it, and it will come. Within time, you will progress. You'll feel better, learn more. If you've never been somebody that read a book, start reading, because it's something new. So to you, it's just like, oh, well, you might read for 2 days and then you stop. But then once you think about it, try it again. Then maybe you might read for 3 days or just a day. But the more you keep on doing it, the more you're going to get. It's like a baby, okay? You look at a baby lying there on the floor now. I'm not taking a brand new newborn baby, okay? I'm talking about a baby that's maybe a couple of months that can't walk or crawl or anything yet. And this baby is lying there on its back, his or her back, and they're like going rah, 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 looking at the world, and they're smiling at you, and they're all lovely. And here all the other kids are running around, their brothers and their sisters and stuff like that. That child must be lying there thinking, wow, I wish I could. That'd be great. If only I can get up. But watch them, they go, they like literally do like sit-ups, okay? I've got 3 young children, I know what it's about. They go, like holding it there, like they're holding a sit-up. They're trying to get up. They're trying to be part of it. They're trying to actually do something, okay? They're trying to actually get with what's going on. Because you can see them trying. They're actually trying. And this is just the way the world works. If you told that baby, well, not to get up, they're never going to do anything. But they keep trying. And then eventually they might roll over and like, wow, But it's because they kept on trying. They never gave up. And that's why most of the majority of the people around the world can walk. Because they kept on trying. So that's what happens. Everything in life is the same. It's the same thing, people. We are making it too complicated. If you keep going with something, eventually it's who you will become. Okay? If you do drugs all the time and you get a high out of it and stuff, your chances of getting out of it very quickly is going to be hard because you're doing something that's giving you that thrill. You're hooked on it. If you drink 20 cups of coffee a day, you're going to be hooked on it. If you smoke, you're going to be hooked on it. All these things that are kind of our comfort things is what holds us. Now, anything else can also become your comfort thing. To study can become a comfort. I hated studying, but yet here I am. Now all of a sudden, constantly studying up on food and nutrition, all these things. Well, I hated that at school. I hated it. I couldn't stand opening a book because it's the last thing on the planet that I wanted to do. But I kept going and you try and whatever basically. And then you find something you like and you keep going with it, keep going. And now all of a sudden, yes, I still don't read every day. But I'm getting into it more and more and more because I actually enjoy it now because it makes me feel good. It does kind of do something to you. It kind of broadens your knowledge. It makes you feel better. It makes you feel like you're maybe a little bit more clever, whatever it might be. But the same thing with food and exercise. You've got to start. Not just jump at it. Like most people, I'm going to join a club and I'm going to go absolutely wild for this. They are all gone. They are all gone. They're not there anymore, okay? The ones that started, they all have left. And the ones that started like that, their pace slowed down so much that you hardly call it a workout now. But that's just how it is because we all want it now. It's got to happen now. I don't want to put in the time and the effort for it. Blah, 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 blah. We all say that because that's how we feel at the time. But I guarantee you this. If you put in your time and your effort into changing your life and the way you are surrounding food, you can read my words today. You will be the one sitting here or looking back at people going, I don't know why they find that so hard. It's not that hard. It's because you made the decision to move forward and you eventually got there. That's how it works. Everything in life, everything. If you want to talk, read, write, you've got to start somewhere. In the beginning, it is awful because you can't do it and you can't stay within the lines if you write and your teacher's telling you to do it properly. If you keep on going, all of a sudden, you're somebody that can do something amazingly well on paper. And you think, well, I just kept going. If anybody asks you, how comes you're good at your job? Well, just kept on doing it. I basically became better. I learned my trade. Okay? So whoever's listening to this has something that they're very good at, even if it's you whistling. How do you whistle? I can't whistle. How do you whistle? Well, just kept on doing it. It's not that hard. Because in your mind, it's something that you have done and it became part of who you are. That's important. So when people sign up to a plan, when people come on board and they want to change their life, I want them to change their mentality. I want them to change what they think about when it comes to food and exercise. Don't just buy a plan because you need to buy a plan. All these adverts on TV, I wish they would stop them because everybody's going, oh wow, did you see if you blend an apple a day, it's going to make you very skinny, but also starving hungry because the sugar is so high and you're never going to be full. But nobody knew that because some celebrity they threw on there and there we go. We follow the same thing again and back we come again. I don't know what to do. Well, that's always going to happen. That's always going to happen. You've got to sometimes go, right, okay, what's real food? What's not real food? What's processed stuff? What can I cut out? Right, let's take it step by step. If you like drinking fizzy drinks, then maybe just reduce them until you get to a point where you go, I don't want this anymore. I really don't want it. I don't crave it. It needs to almost be an automatic thing that happens to you. Before you know, you're there. Okay? You go, oh, wow, actually, it's all right. I've done it. I've made it. That's what you want. Keep going. Keep moving forward, like I've said, like the keep on swimming type of thing. Keep going with it. It will work and you will get there. Don't be so hard on yourself as well. We all are. I mean, I constantly will tell myself off for whatever, but don't be too hard on yourself. Look back and think what you've achieved till this time And you can do it again. If you've lost weight once and body fat once, you can do it again. This time, just try and go a little bit further with it, and then a little bit further. And don't make food such a horrible, hard thing to do. It's just food, okay? There will be something that you enjoy eating, so stick to that. But keep moving forward, and you will get there eventually. So, hope the talk helped. Keep going. Don't stop, and I'll catch you soon. See you later. Bye.